Hello everybody. In this video I'm going to teach you how to install and actually introduce you to one of the greatest vehicle detection systems for drive-through intercoms, and also works great for drive-through gates where the gate will open as the car comes automatically. So it has a variety of applications, but it's specifically designed for drive-through intercoms. And HME, 3M, and Panasonic specifically. This is the BGI Vehicle Detector. It's called BGI-RW100. That is radio wave vehicle detection. This is a revolutionary technology that doesn't require you to cut the ground like the saw cut in order to install a loop detector. Not to mention tons of problems with the loop detectors, that they go out of calibration and they give false detections. If the rain hits the loop coil, it will give you false reading. There's so many problems. So nothing is 100% perfect, but this is as close as you can get to perfect as far as vehicle detection in your drive-through lane. Now I'm going to show you how this works. The way this works, this is equipped with a normally open relay, and when the vehicle comes, the relay closes as long as the vehicle is on the drive-through lane. As soon as the vehicle leaves, the relay opens again, and that's when the base station will automatically disconnect the headset because the customer has already moved forward to the pickup window. So let me show you how this connects to a typical HME base station. I have an HME base 6200 here. As you can see, this is an HME base 6200, which is one of the newer models. They only have one base that's newer than this. It's the base 7000. So let me turn this unit on, and we see how to connect it. Okay, so I turned the base station on. It's coming on, as you can see. And as you can see right here, there are no vehicles, right? The vehicles are off, but once we install this, you will have vehicle detection. This is the old-fashioned vehicle detection. We don't need this. We unplug this and kiss it goodbye. Old technology, no good. It requires a loop coil, and it requires cutting the ground. With the new one, as you can see, the red wire connects to J6 pin 4, the black and orange wire both connect to J6 pin 3, and the yellow wire connects to J6 pin 5. This is J6, folks. This is J6. So this is where all the wires are being connected. So let me zoom into J6 and show you exactly how this will be connected. So obviously I'm connecting it right now without any extensions, but you will be running 50-100 feet wire between them. This is like connecting it directly, but you will be running a 50 feet wire in order to connect it. This is for factory programming. This button, you press it and you do the programming. You don't need to worry about this. Just don't damage this or cut this, because it will void your warranty. So now the red wire is positive 12 volts, right? So it's positive 12 volts, which goes to positive J6 pin 4. So this is your J6 pin 1, 2, 3, 4. This is your red wire. J6 pin 4 is the red wire, right? So the second one is black and orange. Black and orange, both of them go to J6 pin 3. So you have to put these together, twist them together with a wire, and they go to J6 pin 3, which is ground. So let's see. Yeah, these are ground. So pin 3 is ground. Remember, pin 3 is also used for your microphone ground. So you have to be careful. You have to basically you have to like twist 3 wires together, microphone ground, and these two, all of them, 3 of them, to bring it to pin 3. Now this is your vehicle detection, which is vehicle detection, which is pin 5. Yellow wire goes to pin 5. And now I should have a picture of a car in the display. Let's turn this around. And there it is. There is the picture of the car. Now you would probably say, why is there a car if there is no car in front of this? Yeah, because the reason why you see the picture of the car is because this is indoors. So it's detecting objects, you know, close by, and any object will reflect radio waves. So if this was mounted outside, I would have this green light, which is the detection light, wouldn't be on. And this is how you wire it, and this will give you minimum number of false readings and minimum number of false disconnection, and it works flawlessly. It's a great technology. It is much economical compared to cutting the ground and installing a loop detection and whatnot. So there it is. You can mount it with the 3M glue, like glue padding in the back. You can this one, which is not so good. This is much better to drill holes and mount it with a hole. And it also comes with a card to tell you where to drill the holes, like which hole is this, which hole is that. You know, the card. It comes with that too. So there. So right now, for example, as you can see, there is no vehicle detection because I'm kind of blocking it. But as soon as I turn it around, there is my vehicle detection. It detects the vehicle. So when you block it like this, the frequency cannot go like that. It's like blocked. It cannot go. And when you remove your hand, there's your detection. And so yeah, this is how you install it. Now this installation that I just did will apply for any drive-through intercom, including HME HS6000, 6100, 6200, Panasonic 3M. All it is a relay. Let me show you the relay diagram. So here, one more time, I want to show you the schematic diagram for this controller. So basically all it is, it has a relay. This relay is normally open, but when the vehicle is present, the relay closes. And when the vehicle leaves the scene or the drive-through lane, it opens again. And when it opens again, that's when it will automatically disconnect the communication of the headsets. So it's really practical, easy to use, easy to install, reliable. It works in all weathers, in rainy, sunny, you name it. And I'll leave the link where to purchase it in the description. Thank you for watching.